He's a convicted criminal. He's in jail. He's nothing to do with us and never will be. It is as clear and as simple as that. We're a serious political party looking to win the next general election.
Has Reform UK been forced to rethink its steps? A shocking revelation involving Tommy Robinson has marked a dramatic U-turn that has left everyone stunned. What is behind this unexpected turn of events? And what does it mean for the future of the Reform Party? Let's dive into it in detail. However, we want you to stay till the end of the video to get all the gist, because it is going to be epic.
A sight. How proud we can all be. I wish I was there with you today. You are showing the establishment that you don't fear them. You're willing to take a stand to show all of your beautiful faces. For years, those in power have worked hard to hide the truth about what they are doing.
5 women are dead, including children, in that town. This is just one small town called Telford with 3,500 Muslims in it. Yeah? This is a massive problem. Now, I looked in that city, and what I've done is I spent time with 12 girls. Spent about 18 months with them. Got to know them, gained their trust, listened to their stories, and done a real in-depth investigation into what's been happening in Telford. We found police corruption. Police were working with the gangs. We identified, as I said, identified upwards of 250 men involved. And what I'd done is each time the girls named the men, we dissected it all. And then we pieced it together. So once the men were named by more than by 3 girls, yeah. So we've got 3 girls who don't know each other, naming the same men.
For some time, Tommy Robinson has been seen as a leading figure in exposing the alarming crimes committed by grooming gangs in the UK. He has remained undeterred, even in the face of widespread criticisms and controversy. So he became a central figure in a deeply divided national debate. Often, he was labelled a far-right extremist by his critics, which brought immense challenges and personal hardships. Robinson has been a man against the ropes for his struggles to highlight systematic failures that enabled crimes like grooming gangs. However, recent discoveries of institutional cover-ups and suppressed information have validated many of Robinson's claims. The impact of these discoveries has been profound, reigniting public debate about Robinson's struggle and the failures of political leadership. It has also shed light on the broad consequences for justice and free speech in the UK.
Is declaring his support both for reform and Tommy Robinson.
Well, that's the whole point about free speech, is that someone like Elon Musk, who's promoting free speech around the world.
Adding his voice to the conversation, tech billionaire Elon Musk has openly declared his support for Robinson and demanded his immediate release. Musk's bold stand has sent shockwaves across the political landscape of the Musk has even gone a step further to share his documentary on the social media platform The Rape of Britain. You can easily find it on Twitter to learn more about the extremely disturbing facts Robinson revealed about these gangs. It even showed the horrors the survivors of these crimes went through at the hands of these perpetrators. But the biggest question Musk's involvement has raised is about the position of the Reform UK party. There are ongoing debates on how Musk's influence will impact the party and its relationship with Tommy Robinson.
And so, yes, he is attacking the leadership in Britain. He's very supportive of me. He's very supportive of the party. He sees Robinson as one of these people that fought against the grooming gangs. But of course, the truth is Tommy Robinson's in prison, not for that, but for contempt of court for the 3rd occasion. But I mean, equally, there are people in Britain who think that Robinson is a political prisoner. That's the narrative that he's pushed out. That's how he earns his living, but it isn't quite true.
For a long time, the UK has struggled with systematic failure to tackle the problem of grooming gangs. Shocking reports have come to light and pointed out several cases of sexual exploitation, with vulnerable young girls as the victims, with institutions that are supposed to protect them instead of choosing to silence them. The reason for this step is that most of these organisations prefer to ignore these cases than pursue them for fear of being labelled racist.
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
So these helpless victims feel abandoned and unsupported. Who can blame when the very people who are supposed to be in their corner choose to look elsewhere?
US and Britain, with some political leaders now calling for government reform and federal investigations in the UK, all as a result of Musk's recent post. Here's what to know.
But let's go back to Tommy Robinson. The truth is that man became one of the most vocal voices against systemic failures. Through his efforts to expose these crimes, such as directly challenging officials, he faced intense backlash, even from those he was fighting for their well-being. He was often labelled an agitator and accused of stoking racial tensions. Robinson's actions sparked controversy, but his relentless drive to bring these issues to light ensured it remained in public discourse. Ultimately, it pressured the authorities to confront the extent of the problem.
I went, you what? And because I refused food again, I said, I'm not eating anything that's halal. So yeah, I want chicken that's on the menu, but I want non-halal chicken. Just being a little prick, I was, yeah. But I said, I want non-halal chicken. So get me some non-halal chicken. And then they can't get you non-halal chicken. I said, well, how come I don't get a choice? And I'm just, by this point, I think, I'm going to cause mayhem in here now, yeah. I'm going to cause mayhem. And I'm arguing and all the travellers are on my side. And they're going, yeah, what are you? And I say, Catholic, because I know what's coming. Yeah, fucking paedophiles. Then I can hear the travellers going, well, what? So the whole place is erupting, man. I'm thinking, what are they going to do? Yeah, because the whole jail is erupting now. It's all going. And then my mate comes back and my mate's shouting from the cells upstairs saying, I've got his back, and all hell's going off. The priest comes in and says, you think you're clever, don't you? I know what you've done. I said, what do you mean? He goes, you've done this to get down here. I said, yeah, of course I fucking have. What do you mean? But he literally, the attitude he had with me, I said, how many people are you actually listen to you? Because everyone in here is converted, bruv. I just got really wound up. It was a local priest.
The involvement of high-profile figures like Elon Musk has introduced an unexpected dynamic to this ongoing saga. His criticism of the UK's justice system and the political establishment has struck a chord, with many people further pointing out the far-reaching consequences of the grooming gang scandal. Musk's public support for Robinson has reignited discussion about freedom of expression and the critical role of whistleblowers in a democratic society. By drawing attention to Robinson's case, Musk hasn't just strengthened Robinson's credibility, the Tesla CEO has also intensified pressure on leaders in the UK to confront the systematic failures that enabled grooming gangs to go unchecked for so long. Now, Reform UK, a prominent political party advocating for reforms in the key areas of the UK, has often clashed with Robinson's supporters. Prominent party leaders such as Nigel Farage have distanced themselves from Robinson's group. They are pointing fingers at Robinson's polarising personality as their reason. Now, Musk's clear support for Robinson has caused a divide within the party, especially with how instrumental Musk has allegedly been to the growth of the party.
The Labour government, Sir Keir Starmer, it all began after the riots, Southport riots this summer. But
interestingly, there are those within the party who see Robinson's views as being consistent with those of the party. Now the question is, how does Musk's influence shape the Reform Party? Will it make Farage and the rest shift their stands on Robinson? Frankly, Musk's public backing of the Reform UK party has already drawn more people to the party in recent months, especially those dissatisfied with the current political class in the country. There are obvious reasons for both sets of supporters to stand together. Both groups share a similar desire to challenge the political establishment, bring reforms on migration, and fight political correctness. So, could Musk play a role in unifying these two rapidly increasing groups? The potential for such a significant U-turn is potentially great. If Reform UK could breach the gap, the alliance would energise supporters, attract broader members of the society to enable a greater coalition for change, and bring about significant reforms such as justice reforms and government accountability. But there are significant challenges to this possible fruitful relationship. For example, the reform must carefully consider the risks of alienating moderate supporters who may see Robinson as a polarising figure. At the same time, failure to engage with Musk and the growing support for Robinson's cause may mean missing out on a chance to amplify their message and spread their influence. Overall, Musk's support for Robinson highlights the influence public figures can have on politics. He has raised awareness of the grooming gangs, issued definitions, and forced political leaders in the UK to make decisions they may not have made in the past. Interestingly, polls in the UK suggest that Reform UK can win as many as 100 seats in the next elections, even though it is at least 4 years away. With Robinson and Musk standing with them, these numbers can become significantly higher.
What do you think of Musk?
Morning, everybody. I just cannot agree with you, Aman. I'm sorry, but having a billionaire finance your political party in order to gain influence is completely wrong. And what makes me really worried is that we've had something similar in the past. We had Muhammad al-Fayed 20 years ago, in my living memory, by the way, when I was much younger. And look at the outcry back then. We cannot have rich people with too much time on their hands. They've tried everything, they've succeeded at everything, and now they think they can try to come to the UK and meddle with political affairs here. What makes me alarmed is that this friendship between Nigel Farage and Elon Musk and Donald Trump, this is nothing new. This has been on the cards for a long time. So it seems almost inevitable that this was going to be, at some point, a financial relationship. And I'm concerned that, obviously, we've had, I mean, you've just mentioned him in just the piece we did before. We've come on air about the summer riots and what happened. Let's be brutally honest.
But will Farage and the rest do it and make a U-turn on Tommy Robinson? What do you think of Elon Musk's support for Robinson? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.